Can you tell us about Lankinen and Forber?
Yeah, there's a little bit of a bug going through our team, so they caught it. So keep them away from the guys. Vinny had the bit of the flu too, so that's why we had the day off yesterday, is to not spread it around. So that's kind of where we're at.
So Demmer in goal.
Demmer's in net, yeah.
And will you skate with Brandstrom and Friedman together? Or
Brant's will go in for fours, yes.
And the forward group's the same.
Yeah, same group, yeah, forwards.
How do you follow up maybe your best game of the year?
Yeah, that's the hard part, is to get your mind to reset, have the same attitude, play without the puck. Obviously, we talked about our rushes, getting people middle drive. We got 2 or 3 rush goals. That's a big thing for our team. But there's things that we got to do to it's hard to do, to middle drive all the time and stop at the net. So playing a team that's desperate, and we have to have the same approach tonight.
Danton just told us that he thought a couple of weeks ago he knew he wasn't playing.
Yeah.
Has he, the goal's great, and the goal's gravy, but has there been an uptick at all in his game? Are you seeing more from him?
Well, I thought it was his best game. I think this week, and I like this attitude, I think he's had enough. Rolled up his sleeves, went out, grabbed a couple of the coaches early, went 20 minutes early before practice started the last couple of days. And I think, he's got to work on his identity. What kind of player is he? And we saw more of that identity last game. Went to the net, smart plays when there's no play, and when there's a play to make a play. He's a smart guy, but he's got to build his identity. I think that's a step in the right direction. The last game, he's got to keep building off that.
Step team-wise to your identity. I think Florida had 3 good looks all game. Is that where you need to be, and more like what you were last year?
Yeah, I just think the way we're built, we have to really commit with our play without the puck. The other stuff will come. We can make plays, but I think there's more of a commitment, especially the last game, of where we're supposed to be. And obviously, we got really good. I think we got great goaltending. And like I said, why put these guys under duress? Play breakaways, 2-on-1s. That's not the way we want to play. Because if you play a chance for chance game, then you better be. When you have these chances, you better convert. Some team, you just can't get in a. We're not that type of team, so that's why it's important that we stay with our identity. I think our forecheck was really good last game too against the Stanley Cup champs.
Puck's been going in the net more for Jake. Is it product of just things balancing out, or shot selection different?
No, I think he's really his attitude from the first month now. His net presence. Obviously, he's got the speed, but he's going downhill at the right time, and he's picking up loose change. The guy's, and he gets his stick on it. I knew he was very good at tipping pucks. I didn't know he was that well. He gets. There's some hard shots coming from anywhere, and somehow he gets a stick on it, and he's changed the direction. So, yeah, around the paint is something that he really wanted to concentrate after the first month. Yeah, obviously off the rush, he's a good rush guy, but to me it's around the net where he's taken his game to another level.
Rick, looking back, what did you value about your time when you were in a Bruins uniform?
Well, it's original 6 team. Getting to hang with Cam near the end of his career, that was awesome. Getting a chance to play with a guy like Adam Oates. The crest. Living in the city. It's an incredible place to play.
Sherwood's piled up all these hits. Yeah. He did that from day one. Did you have a talk with him about it at the start of the year, or does he just come out of the gate like that?
No, I think his identity coming in, and that's why we signed him, is that we saw him against us. We played him in the playoffs. He was a pain in the ass. He was on top of our defense. He was a lot, and he brings an attitude. And sometimes you need a guy when your team is sleeping. I call these guys smelling salts. They wake your team up, and he does that sometimes. We're sleeping, all of a sudden he'll go out there and have a couple of hits, and it's contagious. The next line goes, oh man, I got to get out there and I got to get inside, or get to the net. So I think he's one of those guys that really brings an attitude for us.
Which each coach is going to love, but if a guy's pounding 4 or 5 hits a game, that's 4 or 5. Do the math. 300-400 hits a year. Do you ask him to temper it, or do you not want to do that?
Well, it's a hard one for me because he's got to be calculated. Can't run around. Sometimes he wants to hit so much he can get out of position, but I rather him err on the aggressive side because that's who he is. But yeah, there's some times where, you know, he could back off of it, but that's hard to tell him to back off. He's just that way. He's wired that way. So I like that about him.
Rick, we haven't had a chance to talk to Quinn since he got the high stick.
Yeah.
Obviously, his play hasn't dropped off. Full bowl, that's maybe not a huge surprise. But how significant was the damage?
Well, I'll tell you what, he had a tough time eating. Like, there was about 3 or 4 days. I don't know how he is now, but he's been, you know, his usually a 20-minute meal turns into 2 hours. He's trying to chew. He's, you know, there's a lot of different things, right? But yeah, you know, him. I mean, he got back out there, and you know, he hasn't missed a beat with that big, you know, the big plastic, whatever it is, mask.
Start off with the play of your line the other night and being able to produce. How much did that mean to you guys, and what went well for you? I guess that first game.
Yeah, no, it was good. It's fun playing with those guys. I feel like we just tried to, you know, play with energy, play simple, and kind of support each other. You know, sport pucks all over the ice, and basically keep it simple. So, yeah, just try to, you know, it's good to, you know, chip in and
What have you seen from Max Sasson and his time up with the team here?
yeah, he's been great. You know, he's had confidence. He's made plays. He's gets up and down the ice well. So yeah, no, he's been really impressive.
What are the keys for you guys to continue that momentum into this one tonight?
Yeah, I think more of the same. You know, scoring pucks. You know, try to play fast. And obviously, the team is hungry and team that plays fast as well. So yeah, it's just more of the same. Keep it simple. So it's pretty sure.
Denton, you signed to the new team. You never know exactly what the role's going to be. Did it turn out to be what you thought initially when you signed?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, you never really, I guess, guess or try to tell the future. You know, you just go day by day. But no, everybody's been great. It's been fun to be part of. And yeah, just go early when you need me to play or whatever. I'm good with that. Just fine. Just try out the team.
Fit been very similar to Boston.
Yeah. It was just kind of. Been a little up and down lineup a little bit, kind of same, jumping around, and you know, try to be able to do that. And, goals were needed, so yeah.
No, we focus so much on goals. Obviously, there's lots of other ways that guys can contribute. But when you get to a stretch where you haven't scored in a while, does that start to weigh on you, or?
Yeah, I think I think for me it's how you're feeling out there. How you're, you know, are you feeling good? Are you helping the team? Are you contributing in other ways? And I think that's got to be the benchmark. And for a bit there, I didn't feel like I was doing that. So that's when you get frustrated. And then goals in it. That's hockey, you know. Sometimes they go and sometimes they don't. And, like I said, it's just kind of the other things that I, might get more frustrated with if you're not contributing in that sense. So, goals, that's hockey.
Oh, Beachcomb stopped it. You got to be kidding me. I wonder if they're...
Did your mom win the 50-50? Yep.
You think when you hear the crowd chanting his name?
Yeah, it's pretty funny. I think he's a little sick of it.
Yeah, I mean, he didn't get, shot.
Quinn, thanks for taking the time to come and sit down and chat with me today.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Generational talent.
Thanks for liking the video and subscribing.